So yeah, the walkthrough for next week's art show went swimmingly. Um, I had all full expectations to kind of go in and make things a little bit easier for myself, and instead have made them profoundly more difficult. So,
Any details on that you can share, or is that all to be revealed?
I mean, it's all to be revealed.
Yeah.
Let's just put it this way. There are going to be a lot of different things that are going to be different than your usual outing, so to speak.
Oh man.
So I did have a great meeting with the house chef,
Ooh. That's the part I'd be looking forward to the most.
and he is very excited because he
Nice.
doesn't get to do. He used to actually do similar things, and he used to be a chef in New York City, and actually did a bunch of like experiential food things with either the Met or the MoMA. I don't remember which one.
Damn. Either way.
So he
yeah.
has experience in the art meets food meets crazy people world. So,
Oh, fantastic. I mean,
Yeah.
that sounds like a match made in heaven. Yeah.
yeah. So he's like, what do you want to do? And I was like, I don't know. I was like, listen, this is the only advice I can give you. I want people to experience something that they've never experienced before. So what does that mean to you? Because at the end of the day, you're the chef,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not going to tell you how you should cook.
Right.
This is a collaboration. And so he was like, this is music to my ears. And he's kind of a very like withdrawn, sort of very underspoken type person. But I could see the wheels turning, and I was like, you could see it in a person's eyes when they go from being like, oh, fuck, here we go,
Mm-hmm.
to like, oh, this is going to be cool. Great. Okay.
Yeah.
So-
It's always nice to see that change.
yeah. So that was a great success. And then the lighting installation is in progress. And it's going to be very interesting and very special, I hope. It's going to be fucking weird and wacky and all sorts of fun, and I'm going to try some shit out. So
Awesome. Well, I'm excited to see how the Laser Shark X food pairing goes.
yeah, me too.
That sounds really, really fucking cool. Do you have somebody come in to document the whole thing?
Of course I do. Wally's coming.
Oh, cool. Oh, awesome. Then yeah, it'll be well documented.
Yeah. I am not going to let my first like public show not be documented by the greatest photographer in the world. So, yeah, so my dear friend Taylor Wallace, I'm sure many of you have seen his work. He runs a live coverage. He's done it all. Super Bowl, WrestleMania, big fight. I think he did the Tyson Jake Paul fight.
Oh, no shit.
He's done. I don't know if he's done the World Cup, but maybe he did the MLS. Big sporting events, all the big festivals. He works with Fish occasionally. He's worked with us occasionally. He's done it all. And the guy's a legend. So fortunate to have friends like that are willing to help, make these things greater than. So
Yeah.
So Wally, thank you for joining in on this craziness, and I love you. You're my favorite.
Yeah.
You're still only my second favorite ginger, though.
Oh, who reigns supreme?
Trey Anastasio.
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, that's yep. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Funny enough, I've actually been listening to like tons of Fish lately.
Good.
Yeah. It's this whole CD player thing has rejuvenated my love of the Vermont foursome.
You gotta see. Oh, that's right. We talked about this. Or wait, no.
Yeah.
Did you listen to a live one on CD? Is that what?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was part of it. Because so we basically, long story short, we uncovered like 6 binders full of CDs at Hannah's parents' place.
Oh wow.
And it was just one of those like, well, I mean, I'd like to listen to some of these, you
Sure.
know, why not? That sounds like fun. So I just got like a, cheap portable CD player, and it's been great. It's just like totally, in a lot of ways, rejuvenated my relationship with music in general. And just a more intentional relationship with music, I should say, instead of just having stuff on in the background or whatever and letting, algorithms like take care of stuff, which usually just results in me being like, what is this garbage? And yeah, just kind of like picking an album, turning it on, and like letting it play.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and that's
beautiful thing. Yeah.
That's the, the vinyl revival is, same. But I will say,
actually CDs are way cheaper.
Well, that. But there's also a different context with CDs, in my mind anyway. So I actually had a similar experience a billion years ago. Oh gosh, when was this? It would have been like 20, maybe like 10 years ago. I don't remember exactly when it was. It was when Derek was living in Malibu, so whenever that was. Christina and I went on a road trip from Denver through like Arches and that whole like the Southwest, and then up the California coastline. And we she had like an old, I mean, it wasn't old at the time, but it was like a 2010 or whatever, 2009 BMW. So, it was maybe 5 years old, something like that. But it had a CD player in it. And I had the funny idea to be like, why don't we, on our drive, as sort of like a fun little game, stop at different record stores and different music shops, but instead of picking up, I mean, I still bought some records, but let's buy CDs for the drive. And then that way, like, you pick a few, I pick a few, but whatever, but what I noticed was like, okay, when I purchase records, it's much more about the like the depth of where music can go. And so I'm not buying, I mean, I do buy like modern music on vinyl. I'm not going to talk shit and say that I don't, but the intention is to find things that you wouldn't normally be aware of, or or I mean, things that just in the digital space don't exist. I can't tell you how many records I have that don't exist on Spotify or Apple Music. Maybe somebody has ripped this vinyl onto YouTube, and maybe it's avoided copyright, strikes and all that kind of stuff. So but there's still a good amount of stuff out there that hasn't made it into the digital realm, which is interesting. So that's where vinyl gets interesting for me. But with CDs, I was buying like Nirvana record CDs and fucking, or like early 2000s indie rock. So that was I think around that time was when I like reignited my love for like Pavement and Stephen Malkmus, because I think I bought a couple of those CDs, and then I think we bought some like Billy Joel and some other shit. I couldn't even tell you exactly what it was at the time, but it was a fun little adventure into more like, not pop music, but like the music that we actually grew up on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. And that's exactly what these binders are that we found, is just like all of that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's really cool. But of course, tons of it also is because Hannah was also a huge Phish fanatic. So we both just have tons of like bootlegs of shows,
Sure.
So as I was going through the CDs, I was like, let me throw some of these on.
Yeah.
There's definitely ones that I'd like turn the page and I'm like, oh, I remember I used to listen to this one like all the fucking time, and like throw it on, and listening to it now, I'm like, this is fucking great.
Yeah. So about the live Phish. I mean, I obviously, with the intention of avoiding streaming, but the live Phish app is pretty phenomenal.
Yeah.
Because it's all remastered. Most of it's remastered anyway. So like a lot of the archival ones, they sound like they're even ones that maybe had been like an official release 20 years ago. They've since gone back and remastered a lot of these, and like, wow, they just sound fucking ridiculous. Like from an actual audio quality standpoint, which all it does is just accentuate just how good their playing was, especially in the mid to late 90s.
Yeah, that's a lot of the stuff I've been listening, because that's where
Yeah.
my enormous amount of interest was kind of contained temporarily. So yeah, a lot of the bootlegs I have are from that era.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's been great. And then it's also exciting because I'm like, man, there's also now like 20 years of Fish that I have not heard.
Yeah.
Which is like
I know, it's
daunting.
crazy. There's as much Fish for all the people who fell off after the hiatus. There's
Yeah.
as much Fish now as there was
There was.
for those first 20 years. It's crazy. I
So
mean, it's crazy
insane.
that they've made it this long.
It's
Yeah.
really wild because, like,
Yeah.
I mean, at the time, when they went on hiatus, and I was around for a little bit after hiatus as well.
Yeah. But that's when they scared a lot of people away.
Yeah. Totally lost my train of thought. Don't remember what I was going to say. Something about. Oh, but yeah, no, I was like that upset where it was like I knew like the set list for like every fucking show and
Yeah.
all that stuff. So to think about it now that it's like now there's like 20 years of stuff they've done that I'm completely unfamiliar with. There's probably like 200 songs I've never even heard before.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean,
that's also just kind of like a shock. 'Cause I'm like, man, I used to be like so on top of everything about them.
Yeah. It's, I mean, obviously, I still love the band immensely. But the one thing that I've noticed as now that I've gotten to this place in my joy of Fish is that I don't need to be so obsessed with it. It's a
1,000%. Yeah.
it's such a like almost like a burden lifted off my shoulders when there was like one day when I was like it might have been, it was a couple of years ago, but like during the summer tour, like I wasn't listening to the show the next day.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't like, I mean, I've never really had like the FOMO thing. I've never been like, oh, because I've seen so many amazing things and like gotten to be at a lot of really special shows. But I think the like, the notion of like, fuck, I should have been at that one.
Mm-hmm.
It has left me at some point in the last, I don't know, 5 years, maybe even, it might have even been longer than that, honestly.
It's a great thing to let go of.
Yeah. It makes it, well, here's the beautiful thing. Like this year specifically, because of how good they are playing. So I listened to like the first 2 shows, and then I was like, okay, these guys are playing differently than they have been. I was like, I think I need to stop listening, and I want to experience this firsthand. And of course, I went to the last 5 shows of the tour.
Uh-huh.
So I had to wait all summer to finally get to see it, but it was well worth the wait.
It.
Yeah.
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 Awesome.
So it's yeah.
Yeah, I got to look at their schedule. Because a couple of Hannah's friends came who live out in California. They came, and they have family still here in Chicago, but they came through a couple years ago when Fish was playing. I want to say like United Center or something like that, and maybe Rosemont, but or Allstate, whatever the fuck it's called.
I think it was. They've been doing United Center lately, which is
okay.
Interesting because they used to do Rosemont.
Yeah, I used to see him I saw him at Allstate plenty of times. But yeah, they came through and they invited us and asked us, and we were both kind of like, I don't know, time has passed, and all that stuff. And then now I'm like, fuck, we should have gone.
Yeah, there's always
really fun. So I'm gonna pay attention next time they come through Chicago. I might try to grab tickets and
I'll let you know. Let you know. I mean,
sweet.
We got New Year's coming up. What are you doing for New Year's?
They still do Madison Square Garden?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Haven't discussed New Year's. New Year's has become a very low-key affair for us over the past decade.
Not for us. It's always an adventure of some sort.
Yeah.
But it's nice knowing now I can just take the train into the city and I don't have to like go through all this bullshit to try to get up here to see these shows. So
yeah, that's cool. How long is the train ride for you? What's that?
90 minutes.
Oh, not bad at all.
Yeah, and it literally dropped. Like it's a 6-minute drive from my house, and then you're in Penn Station.
Oh shit!
Which is right underneath the Garden.
Yeah,
like literally directly,
like door to door service.
Basically,
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah. Fuck yeah! Sweet. Well, who knows? I mean, we'll see what's up.
Yeah.
I'll talk to Hannah about New Year's. Do we want to do something crazy this year, or are we gonna keep it low key?
There you go.
Yeah.
So I brought an idea to Dorian, and I'm curious, have any ideas bubbled up to the surface?
Uh, yes. Vague concepts of ideas, but yeah.
Beautiful.
I'm currently the part I'm struggling with right now is
hold on. Before you say what you're struggling with, we should probably tell everyone what the fuck we're talking about. So
yeah, maybe, I don't know.
So
or we just keep vague.
Yeah, well, yeah, we could. No, I want. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
This is what I mean, I've known this about myself for a long time, but pressure makes diamonds, right? So we got to put the pressure on ourselves to actually do this.
It's true. Plant the seed. Yeah.
So we have. I had a funny vision during one of my meditations, and I was like, we need to do a radio play. So if you don't know what that is, it's like it's a play that we broadcast on this podcast at some point. So think War of the Worlds or any of these like murder mystery podcasts. Those are all essentially radio plays, and we're going to figure out a way to put our own spin on it. But I think
it's a movie with no pictures.
A movie with yes, scripted dialogue.
Yeah.
That follows a narrative of some degree, depending on how obtuse Dorian wants to get with this. So I wanted to capitalize on my co-host's stellar writing abilities, and I think sometime soon down the road here, there will be a Stroke of Midnight radio play special. So
yeah,
let's hear what you got, D.
Well, so what I was going to say, what I'm struggling with right now is trying to come up, because we want to start it at least begin it as something fun, entertaining, enjoyable, accessible.
That was the one edict that I gave Dorian, was that we can't go too dark too quick.
Yeah, which is fair, which is very fair. Because left to my own devices, that's generally where I veer towards, and it's one of the things that working with Pretty Lights and Derek and you and everybody on the amazing team has been like really valuable for me, is like pushing me in that direction.
Sure.
Because as I said, the stuff that I do on my own usually tends to veer into the shadows.
Yeah.
But yeah, so just currently, I think with especially stuff going on in Chicago and the way that it's affecting like people that I know and love dearly, it's just been a little difficult for me to kind of like get to that place mentally where I'm like, this will be fun.
Yeah. Well, all I can say to that is that escapism is great therapy.
Yep. Absolutely. So yeah, I'm trying to embrace that. It's just been hard to find time to escape when it's like literally like right outside.
Well, maybe what you do with your other movie nerds is have like a Disney night or something.
Yep, that'd be a great idea after necrophilia week.
You should watch all the underappreciated Disney movies, like Robin Hood.
Okay.
And
actually, I always liked that one when I was a kid.
What's the other one I'm thinking of? The Fox and the Hound. Right? Is that Disney? I believe.
I think so. That sounds right.
Yeah. And then what's another good one? Oh, Black Hole.
I've never seen it.
I watched it once, and I wasn't paying much attention to it, but the soundtrack is awesome.
Yeah.
So
that was one of the ones you pulled out in the video you sent the other day, right? Yeah. It's awesome. Yeah, we did a bit of a this might sound like an oxymoron to some people, but like a comfort horror movie marathon on Monday. Hannah had the day off of work, and so did a couple friends. So we watched some like comfort horror films.
So would that be like campy teen slashers?
Kind of, yeah, stuff like that. Just movies I've seen like a million times, and they always just kind of scratch the itch, and they're just like enjoyable to watch. Like the original Creep Show.
Yeah.
I love that movie. Nightmare on Elm Street 3 was on there that day.
Is that Dream Warriors?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I love Dream Warriors.
Yeah.
And then So for me, the ultimate comfort horror film is Evil Dead 2. I mean, it's kind of just like the ultimate film. But we're gonna do a special day just for that and Army of Darkness, because that watching those two back to back is just, it's a fucking treat.
I had it floating around here somewhere. I don't know where it went. Have you ever seen Rock and Roll Nightmare?
No, that doesn't sound familiar.
Okay, so Rock and Roll Nightmare is basically a Canadian horror version of The Room.
Okay, I'm adding this to my list right now. Wow, Rock and Roll Nightmare.
Yeah.
When is this from?
I don't know, mid 80s, I guess.
Oh, 87. Yeah.
I literally just took a picture of it the other day because another friend of mine Rupel was doing a horror. Well, no, I guess this was a couple months ago now, because he does Halloween in July or something. I don't know. Him and his partner are funny. And I was
gotta talk to Rupel more.
He loves horror. Yeah. And I sent him a picture. I was like, "You ever seen this?" And he was like, "No, but it looks incredible." I was like, "It is. It's up there. It's up there for like one of the wildest like things I've ever seen in my life." So,
and as with any quality exploitation film, it has numerous titles. So it's also known as The Edge of Hell.
Oh,
with the tagline, "When you raise hell, the devil must be paid."
Okay.
Whereas Rock and Roll Nightmare has the tagline, "When the band starts to rock, heads start to roll."
There we go. No,
which is great.
That's a tagline right there.
That's a powerhouse. Also, so current. I always love looking at IMDb ratings, just to see where it lands. 3.8 out of 10 is the average score for Rock and Roll Nightmare, which is like, that is the fucking sweet spot.
That sounds about right. What about Rotten? Do you do the Rotten Tomato thing too?
I usually go with IMDb, just because it's purely user reviews, rather than like critic stuff.
Yes.
And although on like Metacritic, Rotten Tomatoes, there's a lot of movies that have a 20-30% that I fucking love.
Sure.
So I usually, when I see those numbers, if you get down to like 10, it's like, okay, this might actually just be horrible. And then if you're in like the 5 or 6 range, that's usually like, it's probably actually just mediocre.
Yeah.
But man, the threes and fours,
that seems right. The so bad it's good.
Yeah. Those are, because that's like, that's a split between people giving it like 1s and 10s. And there's currently more 1s than 10s, but the 10s are there.
I mean, I would say that only 30% of people in the world probably have a good sense of humor. So,
yeah. See, that's the kind of curve you want to see.
I'm definitely gonna add.
So good.
I'm definitely gonna add to the 10. Yeah, Rock and Roll Nightmare. I wish oh man, it's right here somewhere. I know it is. Oh, it is. It's literally directly behind me. That's why I couldn't see it.
Nice. Ooh, yeah. Oh man, that looks good.
Yeah, dude, it's so good.
Okay.
It's so good. And then here's
Was this just like a random discovery of yours?
Here's the back.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
Sex, Death, and Rock and Roll.
Still selection also is great.
Yeah. Dude, this movie's so wild. I haven't watched it in a couple of years, but I might have to revisit it if you're going to watch it, so we can actually talk about the movie itself.
Yeah, this is definitely going on sometime sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
I was curious if... No, surprising. It seems like ripe for a Vinegar Syndrome release, but they actually don't have one.
I did get that rad.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it yet. I haven't turned the TV on. This studio is in shambles right now because I'm working on 5 paintings at once. So I've got paintings drying in the video studio, and and I'm building the video setup in the audio studio because there's more space to move stuff around, and it's just So yeah, I was like, I can't have any. The only I just put on a podcast on the soundbar in the background, and I just have people talking shit in the background all day long. So it's made me extra spicy too. I'm just like, I go home to Christina and I'm just like ragging her, and I'm like, she's like, you need to get some sleep. I'm like, no, I need to stop listening to these podcasts.
Yeah, right. My only human interaction.
Yeah,
is just
literally
like
my only human interaction.
people abusing each other.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah, in a friendly way.
Yeah,
but,
in a very friendly way.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you brought up Rock and Roll Nightmare, because I did, just being on theme. I kind of got. I feel like I finally got into the season, the Halloween season. I've been trying to, usually like Hannah puts up all these awesome decorations around our place. Our place looks amazing right now. And watch a lot of horror movies. I had a really bad run the first like week and a half of October of like, I was trying all sorts of movies that I'd never seen before, horror movies, and it was just like fucking bad one after bad one, like really
modern horror,
all over the place.
Yeah.
It was just kind of like sapping my excitement over the Halloween season, rather than feeding it. And this past weekend, we had our day of comfort horror on Monday, which was great, but also did watch a modern horror film called Talk to Me, which was really good. I was kind of blown away by how good it was, actually. Not like a perfect film by any means, but especially for like modern films and modern horror in general, my bar is like, it's so fucking low.
Yeah.
Because so much of it is just so bad. And this was good. Like, it was a good movie.
What's the guy's name? Is it it's Key and Peele, right? One of those two?
Yeah, Jordan Peele.
Yeah, that started directing horror movies.
Yeah, he did Get Out and Us and Nope.
Yeah.
And he is actually working with Hideo Kojima on Kojima's newest game, OD.
Oh, wow.
In what capacity, nobody really knows as of right now, but they did a little presentation together, and they are working together in some way on this film, or on this game, which is really, really exciting. I do like Peele quite a bit.
I was going to say, so are those good modern horror?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would say so. I mean, I would say of his movies, for me personally, Nope is my favorite.
Yeah.
Really, really cool, just like what he did with that. And just, it's also been like really amazing to watch the scope of his movies grow that large and see like how good he still is at like controlling it and, keeping the narrative, and his, he's obviously known for infusing a lot of social commentary into his films, which I will point out is also a wonderful tradition of horror. That's been something that horror has been doing for a long time, and it kind of lost that for a little bit, and he rejuvenated it quite successfully, which was like really, really cool to see somebody really attack that angle and do it so well. But Nope was...
Is the social commentary from the 80s that every teenager was having sex in a campground?
It was more so like Night of the Living Dead, like that era. Yeah, that type of stuff was very infused with those types of comments, but... yeah, be able to kind of smuggle it into the audience. They're like, no, it's just a horror film. And it's like, oh wait, that's kind of like our whole society right now, isn't it?
No.
It's like, yeah. So I do like his stuff. It's been a few years since Nope came out. I'm sure he's got another film on the horizon, but I'm not sure what he's got going next. But this Talk to Me was made by a couple Australian guys, who actually appear in Death Stranding 2, the video game. Kojima put all sorts of directors that he loves into his game.
That's cool.
Yeah, and these two guys were in there, and when I met them in the game, I was like, I never want to see these people's movies. They're very high energy, kind of annoying a little bit, like a lot of bro getting thrown around, like. I was just like, man, they just kind of seem obnoxious. And then I was talking, because these directors, they put out a movie this year as well called Bring Her Back, which I have not watched yet, but which is supposed to be really excellent as well. And I was talking to one of my friends about it, and he just started laughing, and he was like, if you saw one of their movies, you would know that like who they are as people is completely incongruent with the films that they make. It's like... I think they're that way because like all the bad shit in their life, they're clearly getting out through their filmmaking.
Yeah.
You know,
There you go.
yeah. So I was kind of this is film nerd shit, but if you're familiar with the Safdie brothers who did Uncut Gems with Adam Sandler most famously.
Yeah, they're getting one of those guys is getting roasted right now because they did that
Smashing Machine.
Yeah, with The Rock.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently, so this has been a big thing like on the wrestling podcast, right? Because The Rock is sort of, he likes to bloviate and you never really know, what angle he's coming from. But there was, what was it? I guess at whatever film festival they showed it at, there was like a 15-minute standing ovation.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like crying, and it's like, oh, this movie's gonna get all this Oscar buzz and blah blah blah. And then the movie actually comes out, and apparently it's been getting fucking roasted. So like, I don't know because I don't pay that much attention, but apparently everyone in the wrestling world believes that the movie is a giant train wreck joke, even though it's meant to be serious. I don't know. So I don't know.
Well, I saw it last weekend, and
what'd you think?
I don't know anything about UFC. I thought The Rock was genuinely fucking incredible.
Oh, okay.
Like, I was kind of floored by how good he was in this movie.
They seem to get that out of people because, I mean, you could say the same thing about Adam Sandler too, right?
Yeah. Oh, totally. I legitimately despise Adam Sandler personally. I'm not a fan whatsoever, but I loved Uncut Gems.
Yeah.
Partially because the whole premise of the movie is hating Adam Sandler, so it was like really easy for me to get invested.
Oh shit!
But no, they're very, very actor focused directors.
Yeah.
They do some interesting things visually, but they're really about like the performance is the central part of their films. And I thought they like what he got out of The Rock was like pretty mind-blowing.
Okay.
It was a real genuine great film performance.
Do you think it's Oscar worthy?
His performance, yes.
Oh.
The movie is fine. Like it's good. Like I was into it. I wasn't expecting to be. I was kind of went into the movie feeling like, okay, I hope his performance is great, but I don't really care about the subject matter all that much.
Sure.
But no, by the end of it, I was like, it's cool the direction they took the story also. The first half of it is very much the rise kind of part of things, so it's like that's very invested in like the fighting and UFC. But once it gets more into like his personal story and struggles and his wife at the time and like all that type of stuff, like they actually went some really, really, I thought, interesting directions with it. That was cool. It's my least favorite Safdie brothers movie.
Okay.
It's only one of them. It's only one of the Safdie brothers that did this one. The other one is doing a movie called Marty Supreme with Timothée Chalamet that's coming out later this year, which is cool because now we get two Safdie movies in 1 year, which I'm totally for. But yeah, it was good. I just like Uncut Gems and this other movie they did, Good Time, with Robert Pattinson, and then one of their earlier films, Daddy Longlegs. Like these movies are tremendously good.
Yeah.
So I don't say that to say that Smashing Machine is bad. It's just not as good as the stuff they've done before.
Yeah.
But no, his performance 100% is award worthy. Like it's excellent. It was probably like 30 minutes into the movie I realized like I'm not even thinking of him as The Rock anymore.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
Which for somebody of that kind of stature and presence, in a public sphere to like actually really disappear into this role was like really, really impressive to watch.
Nice.
So yeah.
I've had a great time listening to people fucking talk shit about it.
Okay. Yeah, but as far as like its actual representation of like what was going on and stuff. And I mean, I can see too, there's some like weird decisions, that they made that like for me I thought were great. But I can see how people that are like
that's where things get funny when you're like inside the bubble, so to speak, where it's like, you took too many liberties, and then the people who actually know what the story is are like, fuck this, like it's over dramatic, or it's this or it's that, blah, blah, blah. People said the same thing about the what was the Iron Claw?
Oh yeah,
the Von Erichs,
which I never saw.
That's a really good movie too, but
that's what I heard. Yeah,
as a wrestling fan, I was like, this is fucking stupid. But as like a movie fan, I was like, this is a good movie. And so it's like one of those weird things when like the when the subject matter is too inside for you, it can be a weird experience.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I brought them up because I got this mistaken impression from the Safdie brothers, because the Safdie brothers are like a walking version of their movies. Like they're all like, their movies are like very New York, like fast talking, take no shit people. And then like when you see the two of them talk, they're exactly like that type of person. So the brothers who did that Talk to Me movie that I was mentioning, I had this assumption, I think, that like any brother directorial team, you know, has to be this exact reflection of the films that they make.
Sure.
So when I saw them very energetic and kind of broy, I was like, I'm probably not going to like their stuff. But no, they're like, they seem to be able to compartmentalize. Like, we're going to do all the really like horrible thoughts we have, we're going to put into our films so that we can just be happy as people.
Yeah.
So it was cool. So Talk to Me was really great and just got me into the mood. So
nice. I just noticed something that I want to show you, and maybe I can dub these and send you a copy. Maybe this will help really kickstart the Halloween spirit. I'm going to unplug my headphones because I don't want to take these off.
Okay. Yeah. But so what I want to ask Greg is, you know, when was the last time he was actually scared by a movie, or, I mean, I guess any piece of art or the world? I don't know. I don't really get scared by films anymore. I haven't for a very long time, and I wish I did, because I used to love that feeling. It was great.
I mean, I don't know that I ever got scared.
Yeah, it was fleeting even when I was younger, but there were times. I remember the first Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie, the original Tobe Hooper one. I saw that when I was probably like 12 or 13. And that one actually freaked me out. And it was in large part because at the beginning it tells about how it's based on a true story.
Oh yeah.
And that was kind of one of those things that like just wormed its way into my head while I was watching the film. It was like, you know, being 12 or whatever, I didn't have a full concept of like how much, you know, liberty movies took with that type of, you know, thing. I thought if it said at the beginning, like it's based on a true story, like this shit happened, you know. It's not. Based. It's kind of like, yeah, exactly. It's kind of like we took some Ed Gein stuff and just kind of, you know.
Yeah.
But they sold that really well at the beginning. There's this like John Larroquette voiceover that's like very kind of like, I don't know, emotionless and robotic sounding, but it's kind of telling you like these are true events.
Makes it feel like a documentary, not a
exactly. Yeah. And then I mean there's some genuinely pretty disturbing stuff in that movie too.
Yeah, there is.
But I feel like I was like 12 or 13. I think that was the last time I was like truly scared.
I mean, I don't know if scared's the right word, but Irreversible fucked me up.
Yeah. That movie will fuck you up.
Yeah.
It is specifically calibrated to do that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's the only one that I can think of where I was like, God damn it, what the fuck did I just watch? Like for real.
Yeah. It's funny. It's interesting you bring that up too, because I was going to mention that the only movie that's come close is the same director who did Irreversible, Gaspar Noé. He did his most recent movie is called Vortex. Came out like I want to say 2 or 3 years ago, and that's the close that movie. Again, yeah, like you said, it didn't really scare me, but like it fucked me up.
Yeah.
And because it was so real is really the thing. Like a lot of his movies are like Irreversible and Enter the Void, and he's done a lot of great stuff. But his stuff, he's always been, you know, kind of a bit more of a shock artist, and like openly so. He's like, no, I want to do stuff that like is really going to, I'm going to manipulate the audience. I'm going to put things in front of them that are designed to like disturb them, you know, and things like that. So it was very like forceful.
Yeah.
Whereas Vortex, his latest movie, is like very very deliberate and very quiet and very real.
Okay.
And it's just about like an old couple, and it's just these like two old people that have been like living happily for a while, and then like things start to deteriorate. Like one of them starts to lose his memory and things like that. And it's just like that stuff that really upset me.
That's confronting death. And if you do that in a really, really effective manner, that is the scariest shit ever.
Yeah, and him being Gaspar Noé, being like a brilliant filmmaker, he also he took what could have easily been a gimmick and made it into this really effective technique where the whole movie is split screen, where one half of the screen is the old guy's point of view and the other half of the screen is the woman's point of view.
Oh, interesting.
So as each of them are experiencing things, we kind of see like both perspectives on it, and I don't want to say like where things go with it, but the way he utilizes this and creates an absence, for one or the other or both of them, or the way that he plays with that like was really, really effective. And that movie was, I came out of that theater like it was a late night screening too. It was like midnight when we got out, and I was just like a mess.
What do I do with myself now? Did you go eat pancakes?
My friend Bobby and I, we like walked home silently. Like neither of us said a word after this movie. We were just like so it was powerful stuff. It's a really tremendous film, but man, it really, like killers in the woods, supernatural stuff like that, like none of that is scary to me anymore. It's like it's fun if anything, but this is some real shit that we're all headed for, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
It was really very very just unsettling, I'll say.
So I have no idea what's actually on these, but one of the tape trader guys that I work with has taken it upon himself over the last 5 years, and he has created these fantastically fun Halloween mixtapes.
Ooh.
So I believe that these are different Halloween themed shows with like the original commercials and such, but then there's also like there's all sorts of different shit on here, is my understanding.
Awesome.
And so there's one for every year for the last 5 years. So Dead Media Junkies on Instagram, if you're into any of this goofy nerd bullshit that we talk about. This dude's the man, and I intend to watch some of these it'll probably be the day after the art show.
Sure.
I'll probably lay upside down like a bat and put these tapes on. I have no idea what's on these.
Wow.
But the covers that he made are fantastic. This one's hilarious. There's like a whole like beach party scene with like and then let's see what else we got here.
Oh man, well I definitely need a report on what you discover upon those.
This one's got awesome. Like all the Universal monsters on it. I don't know if he went down that rabbit hole for this year or not, but
okay.
Nice.
Oh,
these are funny. I wonder if he did these drawings himself. I gotta ask him.
Oh damn, yeah. Those are impressive.
Yeah. So I got five of these mixtapes to go through to really spark the Halloween spirit. I will say this much. The fucking foliage out here is incredible. And I've had to drive into like the woods a couple of times here over the last week for different things. And like it's funny how little things that you forget. Well, it's not that I ever forgot, but that I haven't really gotten to experience in its grandeur in a very long time. And it like for the first time, like I was like, man, like I finally like it. I feel home, and I think like the seasonal change and just being because like the summer was so chaotic. You know, granted the fall is also chaotic, but it's like this different sort of like I'm like I am home. The leaves are changing, the temperature's dropping. I'm starting to be familiar with my surroundings. Yeah. And like all the things are happening. And so like that one little thing, like just these drives and like all the orange and reds and yellows and all of that stuff has helped me keep my sanity. So I don't know, like if you drive into like northern Illinois or something, do you guys have good foliage out there?
Yeah, we do. Obviously not in the city just because there's not much, but there's a lot of we take Jimmy, our dog, to go on walks in the woods and stuff sometimes. So There's a good system of like nature preserves and like foresty areas and stuff around us, and yeah, they get pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And out in the suburbs and stuff like that.
Nice.
We do. I'm sure not as epic as what you're experiencing up in upstate New York, but yeah, we get a little bit of it.
Nice.
But yeah, that's cool because I'm guessing, you know, I haven't spent a lot of time in Atlanta, but it's probably like kind of feels like the same season year round. I'm guessing.
You know, there's a seasonal change there. It happens quickly though, and it happens later in the year.
Okay.
So like, but what the problem with Atlanta? What ends up happening is in the fall, when the leaves start to turn, it also rains. It's like fucking monsoon season down there.
Okay.
And so all that foliage, it may exist for 3 days. And then every leaf is off the trees before, like in a blink of an eye. And so it's just a bit more fleeting down there. But it's also just different. I don't know. There's just the concentration of the different types of trees and the way that it all just kind of rolls up here. Is just it's how everything works together, you know. So it's not just, oh, look at the leaves on the trees, but it's just like the natural beauty of the like curvature of you know, this part of the state. It takes on a different life, and then it gets even better the further north you go. So like if you get into like Vermont and New Hampshire and Maine, it's fucking bonkers up there. But you have all the maple trees and all that stuff up there, and those things get like really dark, deep, vibrant red and shit.
Ooh,
like,
yeah.
That's
awesome.
That's where it's like really special. Like people will like go on leafing vacations.
I've heard about this.
Yeah.
I've heard it's the object of much consternation among the locals.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's been a huge boost to my disposition. So thank you, nature.
Yeah.
Thank you, nature. I'm looking out the window right now at these 3 trees that are bright red right now. It's been cloudy the last few days, and they're just screaming at me. And I'm just like, yeah, fuck yeah.
Nature's Prozac. It's
thumbs up.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, actually, you know what? I haven't really thought about this, but we took there's an area in Wisconsin called the Driftless region. Which is where Frank Lloyd Wright lived there. His main compound and house, Taliesin, is there. And then there's this really insane place called House on the Rock, which if you've never heard of House on the Rock, just like look it up. It is one of the most insane places I've ever been. It's one of those things like, if you describe it to people, they think you're insane. Yeah. And like, there's no way this could ever exist. And you're like, it exists. And that's one room of a place that took me 4 hours to go through, you know?
Oh,
like,
Jesus.
It is a complete, like, just insane person built this place.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's this area called the Driftless region. You can tell why these like very eccentric architects were attracted to this area, especially like Wright, who was very into integrating nature and like the natural environment around him into his buildings. So it's this gorgeous region where, because most of Wisconsin, if anyone's ever driven through it, is just flat. It's just flat farmland. It's super boring. Sorry, it's just the way it is. Most of Illinois is the same way too. So not talking shit about Wisconsin, although that is a famous pastime of Illinois residents. But this area, the Driftless region, there was no glacial drift, so things didn't get like flattened out. So it's like you're driving through Wisconsin and all of a sudden you get to this area where, there's these just like rolling hills of these like lush green, grasses, all these incredible trees and stuff you don't really see around, in other parts of the state. It's like really just kind of turning a corner and being in another world. Yeah. Really amazing. But I bet they probably experience some really incredible stuff like what you're describing, in the fall. And like hadn't even considered that until now, but that might be a really cool place to go this time of year.
How far away is it from you?
Couple hours.
Yeah. Saturday road trip. Boom.
Yep. Yeah, it's a cool spot.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think you have to run in a few minutes, don't you?
No, I've got another hour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It was 11:45 your time, not 11:45 my time.
Correct.
Got it. All right. Yeah. Well, then, with that being said, let's brainstorm some ideas together for our radio play.
Yeah.
Because I think I understand exactly where you're coming from. Sometimes it's very difficult to present positivity when surrounded by such negativity.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But
so
in the spirit of your upcoming art show, though, however, the darkness should allow a light to shine.
well, exactly. So that's the message we want to bring to the world,
Mm-hmm.
is that it, shit's gonna happen. So it's how we, our perspective and how we navigate these things that's important. And I think so. Do you remember the movie Space Invaders?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it? Oh, wait, Spaced Invaders. Maybe I'm confusing because there was what was that Simon Pegg show?
No, it's not Simon
Spaced?
Pegg. I don't know. Okay,
I think that was just called Spaced.
Okay, so here's homework assignment number 1 is go watch Spaced Invaders, because I think that may be a good inspiration for lighthearted yet something. So Spaced Invaders. That's
okay. It's been a very long time, but yes, I have seen this. What a premise! It's so good.
Yeah, exactly.
Dim-witted. So the premise, very briefly, is dim-witted Martians drop into a little Illinois town on the day that the local radio station happens to rebroadcast Orson Welles' 1938 War of the Worlds.
There it is.
That's incredible. That's great.
Yeah. So Spaced Invaders. That may be, because then, if you really want to get meta with it, you can do a play inside a play.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I'm in Illinois. This is I'm in the right place.
A new adaptation of Spaced Invaders.
Yeah, it could be about a group of dim-witted Martians who land in Illinois the day that we're broadcasting our recreation of the original Spaced Invaders.
Oh, you're gonna go super meta. There you
Double
go.
meta.
There you go.
Yeah.
What is this, a fucking Rick and Morty episode?
It's turning into one.
Yeah, there you go.
It actually does sound like a premise of something.
Honestly, there's your second one. Just fucking go watch some Rick and Morty and see what comes up.
I was thinking heavily about somehow integrating our dog Jimmy into the radio play somehow.
Sure. Dogs are always welcome.
He is, my constant source of joy. Anytime things are dark, I'm like, all right, Jimmy, come on, let's go.
Yep,
let's play.
Absolutely.
Also, I have lots of awesome recordings of him already making adorable sounds and just being a dog and shit. So
perfect.
So there's a lot of opportunity for, because for the radio play, obviously, since we don't have an image, my way of thinking is that there should be a bit more, sound design element to really bring you into the story. Yeah. So
don't worry. I got all the weird sci-fi sounds at my disposal over here. I'll make a bunch of samples, and we can do. So we should definitely lean into. I think sci-fi is a good starting point for us.
That is a great starting point. Yeah. Do you have a theremin around, or you got theremin samples?
Dude, I've got a fucking massive analog synthesizer system over there. I can make any sound on the planet.
Cool.
I've also got a bunch of crazy plugins. I got this one. What's it called? It's called Frames by Void and Vista that I just got, and it does it's straight up intergalactic mayhem sounds. Like big. You can do theremin style. You can do like Mellotron, like the big like choral synth sound effects, all that kind of stuff. There's all sorts of wild shit going on over there. That was the one thing for the show next week, where I had considered, if I had more time, I would, but I'm definitely not going to. I had to cut something. I was going to make a bunch of like interludes that kind of interconnected all of the songs that I'm selecting for the live performance.
Gotcha.
And I wanted to introduce some original stuff, but I just don't have time. So, so that'll be for part 2, whenever that
version 2, 2.0.
2.0.
Yeah. All right. So sci-fi. I got a dog. Jimmy's an alien. I don't know. It's a body snatcher type situation. This alien showed up. The first thing it came across was a dachshund and decided,
Well, I think,
oh, this.
well, or Jimmy's the main character, and he's the only one that can communicate with the aliens.
Okay, so we got sort of a like they live situation.
Yeah,
In a little bit. Yeah,
I don't know.
he's the only
These
one
are
who
just
knows.
ideas right now. We're just throwing shit at the wall, and you can fucking figure it out.
Yeah. That's what Jimmy's barking is all about. He's communicating with the aliens and probably saving our lives, but we don't even know it. We just think he's being an, obnoxious, barky little dachshund, which is what they do.
And then what else? What else was I because I was thinking about this the other day after I talked to you, and I had some oh god, what's that other fucking movie? Oh, if we're gonna go sci-fi, we have to at the very least figure out there has to be not three, but there has to be a couple crossover like cameos.
Okay.
I.e. like fucking Howard the Duck.
Okay.
Or fucking what's the raccoon from Guardians of the Galaxy? I don't know.
Oh yeah, Rocket.
Yeah, let's. I don't know. If it makes sense, it would be kind of interesting because the metaverse or like multiple timelines and all of this thing and that's all the rage right now. So
it's true. We could even go so far as to create conversations between clips from movies with Howard, like a dialogue taken from Howard the Duck and recontextualized in whatever situation we write for Jimmy or whoever the main character is.
I could just rip a line from the movie and just shoehorn it.
Yep.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah.
We can do some clever sampling to take some of the burden off of the actual dialogue that we have to produce and perform. So
I have some experience making fan edits, so I'm actually obviously there's a lot of AI tools nowadays to separate things. But yeah, I've learned many techniques for how to, especially if you can find a 5.1 audio track, like you can basically just like sound effects, dialogue, music, you can just like separate them.
Oh yeah, totally.
Which is really, really fun. You can rescore movies, you can remove characters. I did a cut of The Princess Bride without Fred Savage in it. It's called the Savage cut. A friend of mine requested this because he loves the movie, but he hates all the Fred Savage stuff. So he was like, "Could you cut him out of the movie?" And I was like, "Yeah, actually, I know exactly how to do that." Which, fun fact, Fred Savage only accounts for about 6.5 minutes of screen time.
I was going to say he's not even in the movie that long.
Not that much. Yeah, there's a little bit of him and Peter Falk talking over the movie.
Okay.
Which was where things got a little trickier, but I did manage to remove every trace of Fred Savage from the film. You never hear him speak, and I even took his name out of the end credits. So when you watch the Savage cut, which only like 10 people ever have, it is thorough.
You remember the movie Little Monsters?
Yeah.
That's a great one.
Yes, indeed.
But
I like this creating like dialogues between like characters from science fiction films and ourselves or our narrative framework. Yeah, that's actually a really, really fucking fun idea.
Yeah. This is how fucked up my life is because like I have key points of reference for everything, right? Like obviously like I find ways to draw things back to wrestling or this or that or whatever, and Boy Meets World is my favorite show growing up, and the first thing that pops into my head when you say Fred Savage is the episode where he actually guest stars because his little brother Ben is Corey Matthews.
Right.
And so it took years, but Fred finally did a guest spot on Boy Meets World, and he was a teacher who got inappropriate with Topanga.
Oh,
And it was like this really,
Whoa.
it was like this super controversial episode, and it pissed a lot of parents off because they were like, "You finally had Fred Savage, special guest on Boy Meets World, and you made him a pedophile teacher. Like, what the fuck?"
the man's got range. Come on.
Everyone thought it was gonna be this like lighthearted, fun episode. You know, it's like, oh, the brothers reunited on screen.
Wow. That's amazing. I never heard about that. That's incredible. Because that used to be a thing with sitcoms. It was like once every season or so they'd do like their like
the dark episode,
the social consciousness episode. Yeah, that was about some you know.
Boy Meets
Usually,
World.
I think a lot of those shows, drug addiction ended up being a thing on a lot
Alcohol,
of them.
drugs.
But occasionally you got the pedophile episode.
Yeah. I don't think that they called them pedophiles back then. It was just inappropriate teachers. You know?
Yeah.
Because it wasn't like he wasn't. I think the term pedophile has been morphed because I think once upon a time a pedophile meant that you like did things to young children, not a 22-year-old sleeping with a 17-year-old. But now it's all just kind of together.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a weird thing, but regardless. That's the first thing that comes to mind when I hear the name.
Frowned upon, at least.
Frowned upon, yeah. That's the first thing that comes to mind when I hear the name Fred Savage.
Wow. That's quite the association.
And so I was trying to be like, what else do I like about Fred Savage? I was like, oh yeah, Little Monsters, Howie Mandel. That's fucking what an incredibly stupid movie that is.
Yeah. Wow. I haven't thought about that one in a long time. But I like that. It sounds like So it sounds like maybe from a framework standpoint, there needs to be some sort of, device a la like Quantum Leap or Sliders where, perhaps our main character, be it Jimmy or whoever, is sort of, rather than moving between alternate timelines or parallel universes, is moving between like pieces of media.
Yeah. So, what's that movie with John Lovitz? You know what I'm thinking of? Is it?
Are you thinking of Stay Tuned?
Yeah.
With Jeffrey Jones is in that, who actually was a pedophile.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, that I did not plan that, but that's actually like a real thing. That's why he wasn't in the Beetlejuice sequel. Is that
the movie?
Who is it? The fucking Three's Company guy.
That's who. It's John Ritter, not
John Ritter. That's right.
John Ritter, not John Lovitz. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Where they're going into, he's like gets stuck in the hell TV.
Yeah.
Goes around all the shows and weird versions of them and stuff. Man, yeah, I haven't seen that in a long time
there
either.
We go. We are. Oh man, this is literally going to turn into every badly good movie from 1987 to 1992.
I think this is like the perfect setup for us. Actually,
it's our sweet spot.
Yeah, we might have just walked right into it. It's like everything we've talked about on the past 24 episodes or whatever that, everyone has been like, okay, yeah, good. I'm glad you guys are into that. I'm never going to watch it. Now we're going to find a way to force it on you.
Yeah, we're going to force all of our bad tastes onto you.
Mm-hmm.
And you will thank us for it later. I am sure.
You will.
Yeah.
You will be shocked how good some of this stuff is.
Yeah. For the folks who have lived exclusively in the digital age, there is a plethora of magic awaiting you, and we are going to find a way to serve it to you.
Yes. So that's great. This could be like a gateway art, instead of like a gateway drug, it's gateway art. It'll bring you, this piece of art will bring you into,
that's how it works.
That's a very self-aggrandizing for me to call this art already, but it will be.
Listen, art is art.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's true.
That's it. Good, bad, indifferent. Art is art.
Yeah. This is okay. Now I'm jazzed up. I'm juiced and ready. Yeah.
All we had to do is just have a little conversation because I had this idea while I was meditating a few days ago, and I texted Dorian, and I was like, I got this crazy idea for you. And then we missed each other because Christina and I went into the middle of nowhere for our anniversary. So I missed his call. And then so like 24 hours later, I hit him up, and I was like, okay, so here's the deal. We're going to do a radio play, and you're going to write it. And he's like, okay. And that was it. That's all we talked about. Like, we didn't, there was, you said, you were like, well, maybe I could bring some of my actor friends into it to help perform it with us. And I was like, yeah, that's great. And that was literally the end of the conversation.
Yeah.
So none of this.
It has not been discussed beyond just like the idea, like,
Literally,
hey, what about radio play? And was like, that sounds really fun.
Yeah. I was like, I'm just going to throw a dart at Dorian and I'm going to hang up the phone. And that was it.
It was perfect. Sweet. Well, yeah, no, there's actually, because like I said, I do have some more broad, I guess, like concepts and things written down, but this actually gels with them quite well. So
there you go. Yeah.
It's exciting. It lets us go anywhere. We can step into any genre, direction, subject matter. Yeah.
We can have some fun. And
I love it.
Present something a little different from the usual ramblings that we've been rambling for the last few months. So
yeah, which you've been kindly and generously listening to for so long.
Yeah.
I was cracking up. I happened to look at the YouTube page with the posting of our shocking episode.
Yeah.
And I saw there were some comments on it. I was like,
oh, there were?
This is gonna,
I haven't looked.
I just looked at it. I was like, oh, there's some comments. This will be juicy. They're all about hot sauce.
The hot sauce thing took off. Well, let me pull them up right now.
Everything that we discussed on this episode, the hot sauces. Everyone, they're like, I'm not going to touch anything else that they said on this one, but the hot sauce. Charlie's mom posted something talking about all the peppers are grown in their garden.
Yeah, so here we go. Here are the comments. Yeah. LOL. Charlie's mom here. He did use some new peppers to us. In case you didn't know, we grow all the peppers in the garden here, hence the garden saucier label. The cherry ginger hot like sauce is fire. Great idea, Sharky. So good, Charlie Bales. The garden saucier. Well, I don't know if this is a typo or not. Think you lose any flavor, but I'll look into scaling a tad back. All right, so Charlie, because he did text me and he was like, you talking shit? And I was like, no, I'm not talking shit. I was simply saying that it is on the higher end of the spice scale for average folk. That's all. I enjoy it immensely.
No shade. Yeah.
Yeah. But to broaden your audience, you may want to dial it back just a touch. That's all.
Yeah.
I love you, Charlie. Thank you for the hot sauces. I can't wait to try the plum. He just made a plum and sent me a picture the other day, and he said that it's bonkers. So
this sounds great. Yeah. I like where this guy's going with these sauces.
So we're gonna help the garden saucier blow up with our multitude of listeners.
And to Charlie's mom, I apologize for you having to listen to that. I can only assume you listened to the whole episode. So we've never met.
God damn it.
I'm sorry.
That's too funny. Oh man. My mom mentioned to me in passing one day. She's like, so I have listened to some of the episodes. And I said, really? And she goes, you've always been brutally honest. She's like, but do you have to be that brutally honest? And I was like, well, in what sense? And she's like, there's some things that you've said on your show that I probably didn't need to hear. And I was like, well, that's fair. I was like, but I'm 40 years old now. Like, what am I going to hide from you? Like, what are you going to ground me?
Yeah. What are the consequences I'm facing?
Yeah. Like, so mom and Charlie's mom, to all the moms out there, we apologize for any disturbing things that you may hear on this show. But at the end of the day, we're going to say what we're going to say. So we love you. We love you all. We thank you for everything you've done for us.
Oh, absolutely.
As a whole. So.
Yeah. Don't let this show in any way be a reflection of what you've done for our lives.
It's funny. It's funny because Howard Stern actually just had this same thing happen to him. His mom is still alive. She's 98 years old.
Wow.
And apparently she is obsessed. She's on her way out, but so she's in like assisted living. She is just like high on morphine all day long. And she's actually happier than she's ever been. And
Morphine
she's
will
like,
do that. Yeah.
she's like kind of like the stereotypical like neurotic Jewish mother.
Okay.
And she's kind of lightened up now. Finally, 98 years later, she's doped out of her mind, and she just loves to watch Judge Judy. Apparently, she's a big Judge Judy fan.
Mm.
So one of her nurses set her up with like a YouTube TV account or something where you can like basically on demand like every Judge Judy episode.
Damn, there's got to be thousands. Yeah.
And I'm assuming, because these things are always listening to us, when she talks to her son, she's like, Howard, whatever. And like at some point, the thing figured out that she's into Howard Stern. And so it started serving her sound bites and episodes of Howard Stern on YouTube.
Amazing.
And then she calls him up one day and she's like, Howard, do you really have to swear so much? Like, what's with all the fucks and shits and this and that? And he's like, what the fuck? Like, I'm being scolded by I'm 70 years old and I'm being scolded by my mother for saying fuck on the air. And then he's like, somebody better disable that YouTube account because we're about to start celebrating Cocktober and I really don't need to hear about it from her.
That's amazing. I think after showing my mom Chicago Rot, like anything that I say on here, she's like, we're good.
Yeah.
No problem.
I mean, my mom's cool too, but she wanted to let me know that she was listening, and she's like, just so you know, wink, wink. Like, I'm like, all right, well, whatever.
Yep. It happens.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah,
it's all good.
Should be happy that we have such a good relationship that I can be this honest and open.
Yeah,
it's great.
Exactly. Sweet. All right. Well, I'm gonna run because I'm gonna go bang my head into 15 canvases of half-painted paintings.
Yeah, you've got a few things to do.
Yeah. This has been a fun episode. Stroke of Midnight, as always. Light requires a darkness to shine. Next Friday at the Good House in Mount Kisco, New York.
Man, next Friday already. That's wild.
It's right around the corner. So my head's spinning.
Damn, the paint is going to be fresh on those things.
Yeah. I'm in a good place with the painting. Actually, I feel good. I've got frameworks for everything.
Oh, cool.
Everything is in process, in progress, I don't know. So I'm not actually stressed about the painting part of it. I'm kind of like, I'm more so just like, because I'm out of my element in the performance area. And I'm going back down there on Monday to do the actual installation and then also kind of work through some of the more technical things. And then we're actually going to do a rehearssal, so to speak, on Thursday. Cool. So once that happens, I'll feel a lot better. But I'm like, because it's not that hard for me because I've always operated this way. But like my brain is in 4 different places all at the same time.
Right.
So it's like, I'm painting. I'm building a new video synth. I'm having meetings about the fucking food and the beverage and social media engagement and this thing. And then, it's like true, like, it's like people wonder why, like Derek is so stressed all the time. It's like, because he's got to think about all of these different things.
Yeah.
It's like when you're part of a crew, like we generally are, it's like you have your role. I have my role. This person does, but when you're at the top of the ladder,
yeah,
your mind has to be present in every different thing that's happening, because you don't want to let anything, underserve the audience. And so
yeah,
it's a lot. But I'm taking it all in stride and I'm enjoying the process. And I hope some of you will be there. And that's it. Love you all.
Yeah.
Bon voyage. We'll see you next week. Maybe. We'll see.
We'll see.